this stuff anymore. She has came out and spoke out for black people. Since everybody put on PJs, try to get people paid more money before the new CBA. Nothing she does is gonna be enough.
Are recipients of those type of fouls that do not get caught. So we gotta fix this.
Just go hoop, do your thing, get the hell away from Stephanie White if possible immediately.
I mean, a lot of people getting very angry on the internet. I don't think management's very good. I can respect the players. I can respect your work ethic. I can respect, these girls play work ethic. I can respect, these girls play hard. It's a physical sport. But come on now, 11th best guard.
The host opens with a real frustration point, that Clark has spoken out for black players and legends in this league repeatedly since her rookie year, pushed for better pay before the new CBA, and it still doesn't satisfy her harshest critics. That's a genuine, documented pattern in how she's handled these moments publicly, not something invented for this reaction.
Because it's a hard job. I thought that was really awesome. She also said, hey, let's invest in better technology to help them out. So all this was great, like harping on the officiating and saying it's bad, but we can fix it. And she went on to say, look, that was a flagrant foul. And
This is real. Clark went 9 days without addressing the broader controversy publicly, then delivered a lengthy, roughly 5-minute opening statement at practice. Her actual message included calling for the league to treat officials better and pay them as full-time employees, which is a real substantive policy point about the WNBA's part-time officiating structure.
People are saying, you guys in the media don't respect the league. No, I respect the players. I think the quality of play is excellent. I respect the women. I respect the work ethic. I respect the coaching. I think the officiating's bad, but I can't respect the league. It's petty. I don't think management's very good. I can respect the players. I can respect your work ethic. I can respect, these girls play hard. It's a physical sport. But come on now, 11th best guard. I'm looking this season, 21 a game, 8 assists, 3 3-pointers made.
And she went further with real specifics, agreeing the contact she experienced was a legitimate flagrant foul, while pointing out other players around the league take similar hits that don't get flagged. She also directly criticized media coverage for taking the story in unhelpful directions. That's a substantive, multi-part statement, not a dodge.
30-year anniversary poster, knowing apparently they can't put Caitlyn on it because of some contractual deal, and they still go with it, knowing they're going to get crucified for doing it. Don't put the poster out if you knew going in you couldn't use her likeness. Don't do it. I respect.
Here's where the host pushes back hardest, arguing that what made some critics unhappy wasn't what Clark said, but what she didn't say. She didn't call out specific bigoted supporters by name. That's a real fair critique to raise as an opinion, even though reasonable people can disagree about whether a public figure is obligated to name specific bad actors versus condemning the behavior broadly, which she has done repeatedly and specifically, including saying people shouldn't use her name to push racism or misogyny.
And that is why she doesn't have to curse like me, but bitch, you gotta be specific. And that is why we don't trust you, Blueberry Turnover. Because she knows all she has to do is the bare minimum. It keeps her support with the racist copacetic. It makes everybody else feel good. Oh, see, what a leader. No. When you're being propped up for racism, you gotta say it.
The bare minimum framing is strong, opinionated language, and it's worth noting Clark's actual public record here is more extensive than a single statement. She's denounced hate and harassment multiple times across her rookie and second seasons, not just this one occasion.
Shooting, playmaking, and assists feel big for a guard. The team is the highest scoring average in 16 years. The animosity toward Caitlin Clark. I'm not angry. A lot of people getting...
The argument that, when you're being used as a symbol for bigotry, you have to say it directly, is a real, substantive opinion about the responsibility of public figures. Whether or not you agree with the specific ask, it's a legitimate position in the broader conversation about how athletes should respond when their name gets attached to hateful rhetoric they didn't ask for.
She doesn't have to curse like me, but
Because she didn't go about it that way and just cursing and doing all of that, what she said wasn't enough. It didn't matter. This is why I'm saying nothing she do is ever going to be enough for these people.
bitch, you got to be specific. And that is why she doesn't have to curse like me, but bitch, you got to be specific. And that is why we don't trust you, Blueberry Turnover. Because she knows all she has to do is the bare minimum. It keeps her support with the racist copacetic. It makes everybody else feel good. Oh, see, what a leader. No.
The suggestion that Clark should simply leave her current organization is pure opinion and speculation. There's no indication anywhere that this is something she's considering, and it's worth treating it as exactly that. One commentator's frustrated take, not a real transfer rumor.
Will find very cool because she really talked about investing in officiating. And she said, look, let's start with treating the referees better, which I hope she says that to herself in the mirror because, girl. But
okay, shot fired already. Shots being fired already. Okay.
She also said, hey, let's pay these people.
The characterization of her 9 days of silence as a deliberate PR strategy is speculative. Plenty of athletes take time to gather their thoughts before a major public statement, and reading that gap as calculated avoidance rather than normal deliberation is an assumption, not a confirmed fact.
She doesn't have to curse like me, but
because she didn't go about it that way and just cursing and doing all of that, what she said wasn't enough. It didn't matter. This is why I'm saying nothing she do is ever going to be enough for these people.
bitch, you got to be specific. And that is why she doesn't have to curse like me, but bitch, you got to be specific. And that is why we don't trust you, Blueberry Turnover. Because she knows all she has to do is the bare minimum. It keeps her support with the racist copacetic. It makes everybody else feel good. Oh, see, what a leader. No.
Now here's Colin Cowherd's actual reaction, and it's worth noting his tone shift, genuinely amused rather than angry, treating the news that Window players voted Clark the 11th best guard in the league as something closer to absurd comedy than a real controversy.
Just let him be. Let him be. Colin Cowherd addressed a lot of this stuff that went down. Let's get into it.
This gets a laugh emoji. I'm not mad about this. I'm not bitter about this. At this point, I think it's funny. You know how some things you can get frustrated with? And then after a while, you're like, okay, I just got to take a deep breath and laugh. Okay. Caitlin Clark on a vote by WNBA players was voted the 11th best guard in the sport.
Like, it's got to be a joke. It's got to be a
The vote breakdown he cites is accurate and independently confirmed. Clark finished second in the fan vote and third in media voting for this season's All-Star recognition, while ranking 11th among guards in the players' own vote, with teammates Kelsey Mitchell and Marina Mabrey both ranked above her.
And this is why Caitlin needs to leave this alone. Just go hoop, do your thing, get the hell away from Stephanie White, if possible, immediately. Go to another organization. Just get away from this organization and don't pay these people no mind. Nothing you do is going to be enough for them ever.
And Blueberry, you made damn sure that in that 9 days of not saying anything, that you were going to get up here, you and your PR team was going to construct something where you don't have to say what really needs to be said. So those are my thoughts on the situation.
That's nasty work. This is why I said, bro, Caitlin just don't need to say nothing no more. Nothing she say.
And the statistical case is real too. Clark ranks 4th in the league in scoring and 2nd in assists this season, with Indiana posting its highest team scoring average in 16 years. Cowherd's basic math here, that shooting, playmaking and assists are pretty central to being a good guard, is hard to argue with on pure statistical merit.
He goes, this is where nothing Caitlin Clark does or says is enough for these people. And this is why Caitlin Clark just shouldn't even say nothing else about it. Let it be.
But there's one group who will absolutely love what she said. And that's the racist. Because it's not what she said, it's what she didn't say. She didn't call them out specifically. She didn't say, hey, you racist, you bigoted, you homophobic motherfuckers. Get the fuck out of our league. There's no room for your shit. She doesn't have to curse like me, but
Because she didn't go about
The 30th anniversary poster complaint is a real, specific criticism of Winber marketing, releasing a league-wide promotional poster while reportedly being contractually unable to feature its most commercially significant player is a legitimate, self-inflicted PR headache, independent of any officiating debate.
Distributor, play initiator, playmaker, she's 11th. She's 4th in the league in scoring, 2nd in assists, and she's the 11th best guard. I don't know, shooting, playmaking, and assists feel big for a guard. The team is the highest scoring average in 16 years. I mean, the animosity toward Caitlin Clark. I'm not angry. I mean, a lot of people getting very angry on the internet. It's just